I wake up before dawn. My alarm goes off at 5:15 a.m. The room is dark, quiet, and still. I lie there for a moment, listening to the hum of the city outside. I know I'll be on my feet for the next 12 hours. Coffee feels like a lifeline. I make it quickly, barely tasting it. The first sip hits me like a promise. Today will be another long one. I pull on my scrubs. They feel like armor. Clean, crisp, sterile, but somehow comforting. I check my pager and phone while brushing my teeth. Already, messages are coming in. Emergencies, lab results, reminders. I think about the patients I'll see today. Some faces I'll remember, some I'll forget, but all of them depend on me. And that's a heavy weight to carry. The hospital is alive before I even get there. The elevators smell like antiseptic. Nurses greet me with tired smiles. Doctors already discussing cases. I try to return the smiles, but my mind is on the charts I have to review. Every patient is a story. Every room a chapter filled with worry, hope, and sometimes despair. My first patient today is an elderly woman. She's been in for pneumonia. Her eyes are tired but sharp. She jokes about the hospital food. I laugh, even though I feel the stress knotting my stomach. The jokes are small, but they matter. I check her vitals, review her scans, adjust her medications. Her daughter waits outside, pacing. I explain the situation again, trying to make it simple, humane. They nod. Trust me, I hope I don't let them down. Between patients, the hospital has a rhythm. Phones ringing, alarms beeping, footsteps on linoleum floors. I run from one room to another. Sometimes I barely have time to breathe. I see a man who came in after a car accident. He's scared, bleeding, try not to show it. I scrub and examine him, order scans. Nurses move with efficiency I envy. They keep me sane. The work isn't glamorous. It's long hours, interruptions, paperwork, and endless decisions. You have to be both a scientist and a human. One moment you're calculating medication dosages. The next, you're holding someone's hand as they cry. It's exhausting. I grab a quick lunch. Sandwich from a cafeteria, eaten in 5 minutes between rounds. I stare at my phone. Messages from family. I want to reply, but I don't have the time. Guilt is a constant companion. You save lives, but sometimes you fail the ones closest to you. The afternoon is worse than the morning. Bar is full. ICU calls keep coming. I see a young man with a high fever. He's anxious. I explain he needs tests. His mother keeps asking questions, sometimes contradictory ones. I answer calmly, though inside I feel the pressure mounting. Mistakes are not an option, but mistakes happen. We are human, and the hospital rarely lets you forget that. There are moments of absurdity, too, like the patient who sneezed and set off the fire alarm, or the man who insisted he could cure himself with energy crystals. We laugh quietly. The laughter feels like rebellion. It's the only way to survive the chaos, sometimes. Midday turns to evening. I check on post-op patients. One had a complicated surgery. The family is anxious. I explain everything. They nod, relieved, exhausted, scared. I remind myself to eat. Coffee again. More coffee. My body is a machine running on caffeine and adrenaline. I stop by the pediatric ward. Children with fevers, broken arms, chronic illnesses. They're resilient in ways adults are not. One little boy tells me he wants to be a doctor like me. I smile, nod, encouraged and slightly haunted. Will he remember this day? Will he see the exhaustion, the tears behind the mask? Or only the white coat and the aura of control I try to project? By late evening, I'm moving slower. The patients are tired, too. Their families, too. We share the fatigue. It's silent but mutual. I review charts, prescribe medications, make calls. Paperwork is endless. Even when the human work is done, the desk work keeps you hostage. I check the ICU again. A patient's condition worsened. We adjust treatment, monitor vitals, debate next steps. I speak with the family. Calm, reassuring, though inside I'm worried. I know the statistics. I know the odds. But I also know that hope matters, even when hope is fragile. Sometimes, in the quiet moments, I think about my own life. I think about the birthdays I've missed, the dinners with friends I've skipped, the family events postponed because an emergency demanded me. Being a doctor is not a 9 to 5 job. It's an identity, a burden, a privilege. At night, the hospital takes on a different feel. The hallways are quieter. Machines beep softly now. Night shift nurses move silently. I do one last round. Check vitals. Adjust medication. Speak to families. Make sure everything is stable. Finally, I sit down. My back hurts. My feet ache. I sip a final cup of lukewarm coffee. I stare out the window at the city lights. Somewhere, people are living ordinary lives. I envy them in a small way, but I know why I chose this. The gratitude in a patient's eyes. The tiny victories. A life saved, a pain relieved. It's worth the exhaustion. Sometimes, I record notes, update charts, and prepare for tomorrow, because it never really ends. Someone will need help. Some life will depend on you. And tomorrow I'll be back. The hospital corridors are silent now, except for the occasional beep. I wash my hands, scrubbing one last time, even if I'm going home. Sanity is fragile here. Clean hands, clear conscience, small rituals to stay human. Driving home, the streets are empty. I think about my patients, their fears, their laughter, their tears. I think about the mistakes I almost made, the ones I didn't. I think about my colleagues running on coffee and sheer willpower. I arrive home, exhausted. The door shuts behind me. Quiet. I drop my bag, strip the scrub, shower. The water feels like a blessing. I change into something soft, comfortable. I check my phone one last time. Messages from loved ones, missed calls. I reply quickly. My fingers are tired, my mind scattered. I climb into bed. The room is dark. I close my eyes, but sleep doesn't come immediately. I think of the patients waiting tomorrow, the lives I may touch, and I know I will do it all again, because someone has to, even when it sucks.